If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I'd want is you to be my sweet honeybee. And if I was a tree growing tall and green, all I'd want is you to shade me and be my leaves. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were a river in the mountains tall, the rumble of your water would be my call. If you were the winter, I know I'd be the snow, just as long as you're with me when the cold winds blow. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were a wink, I'd be a nod. If you were a seed, well, I'd be a pod. If you were a floor, I'd wanna be the rug. And if you were a kiss, I know I'd be a hug. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were the wood, I'd be the fire. If you were the love, I'd be the desire. If you were a castle, I'd be your moat. And if you were an ocean, I'd learn to float. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Please be seated. Good afternoon, friends, family, well-wishers, and those of you dragged here by your significant others. We are two of Sarah and Corey's aunts, and we are so honored to be officiating and presiding over this celebration of love and marriage today. We are also humbled by the knowing that if Jackson and Jenny had better vocabularies, they quite likely might be right here in our places. As I look out upon your faces, it is clear to me that Sarah and Corey have filled their lives with people they love and who love them. Each of you here by their asking, each of you present by your choosing. I know this sounds like something someone up at this position always says, but I wish you had my view. The energy and the love here, this beautiful rain-kissed day, all fresh and new for Corey and Sarah. Some of you have come from near, and some of you have traveled from very far. Thank you for joining us today to be here to support these two at this most important moment of their lives.
We also want to acknowledge those who could not be here today. They are missed, but very present in our hearts, specifically Sarah's treasured grandparents.
And Corey's beloved Mom and Pap. And we'd also like to say a big hello to Franklin, Indiana, to Corey's Mom and Pop, who are excited to see the video of this day.
Sarah and Corey have asked us to say a special word of thanks to their parents. Their parents are and have been their role models, best cheerleaders, and their heroes. As Sarah's aunt, I know Lori and John as my sister and brother-in-law.
As Corey's aunt, Mark and Nancy, I know them as my brother and my sister. We all agree these four are truly fabulous and very exceptional parents. And we really love these two kids. It's an awful lot. Although we are extremely talented as wedding official aunts go, no ceremony can make a marriage. Corey, Sarah, that's up to you. It's about remembering to say I love you. It's about continuing to show gratitude and appreciation for one another. It's about always being a safe place for each other. And it's about communicating honestly and patiently as much as humanly possible. And never lose sight of the joy and the vision you have for your life together this day. And, you know, your mutually enthusiastic love of your dogs together is certainly a plus.
This ceremony witnesses and affirms the commitment you are making to stand side by side together and not to act on the occasional urge to run away. This ceremony is also our promise to you that we, not only the two of us, but all of these wonderful people, are here for you. We're here for your wedding, but also for your marriage. As your aunts, parents, sisters, brother, cousins, and your dear friends, we are here for both of you always, and we love you. As we celebrate love today, specifically the profound love Corey and Sarah have for each other, Lindy, Sarah's sister and lovely bridesmaid, is now going to share a reading with us.
First of all, I am not a paid actor, so don't expect too much. Second of all, I'm the biggest crier in the entire family, so I don't know why I asked me to do this. Alright, here we go. Falling in love is like owning a dog. First of all, it's a big responsibility, especially in a state like Colorado. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security. When you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love, ain't no one gonna mess with you. Love is unpredictable. who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes, and makes funny noises. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long, but come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all the time? No. No. Love can be bad. Bad love. Very bad love. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes, you just want to get love fixed. But then love gives you big kisses and you laugh and all is forgiven. Sometimes love just wants to go for a nice long walk. Because love loves exercise. It runs you around the block and leaves you panting. It pulls you in several different directions at once, or winds around and around you until you're all wound up and can't move. Throw things away and love will always bring them back. Again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love. Lots of it. And in return, love loves you and never stops.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lindy. We do take our dogs seriously. For many of us, they're an important part of our quality of life. Our days would be duller without their attentive eyes, watching us, their soft fur to touch, and the way they're always nagging us to be here now, pay attention. Jackson and Jenny, Annie and Cody, Ollie, Luna, and all our past dogs.
Friends and family, let's talk a little bit about this couple we have before us.
Uh-oh.
Who, as in Nancy points out in one of her favorite Corey and Sarah stories, is a guy from central Illinois and a girl from Alaska who met on the internet in Colorado. It is a small world that knew they were meant to find each other. Corey says he likes to think it was their shared shameless pragmatism that made them both quite the match. And that's probably why they were on Match.com in the first place. He had never felt a quicker sense of comfort with any other person in his entire life. Sarah was a dog lover, and she adopted Jackson from the moment she met him, which is always a bonus for a guy, right? A gal that loves his furry friend. Sarah truly, deeply impresses him on a daily basis, and Corey is humbled by her ability to go from newbie to expert in record time. He loves Sarah's sense of adventure, and he is also humbled by her patience that she shows with his spastic hobby, project jumping, and all the tools and gear that go with it. Sarah brings out the best in him, and according to Corey, there was never a single moment that wasn't the first, anything other than the first chapter of you spending the rest of your lives together.
I love this part. Sarah was standing on a New York City subway platform when she first really fell in love with Corey. They were in the middle of their first fight. They were whisper arguing and red-faced, so as not to make a scene. When it suddenly dawned on her that she didn't even care, perhaps for the first time ever, if she was right. It wasn't winning the argument that
Big deal, shock.
It wasn't winning the argument that mattered now. What she really wanted was finding common ground with Corey, and they're making it out the other side of the argument still together. Sarah says Corey is the only one she's ever loved enough not to need to prove she's right. Corey has equal parts big heart and big brains, and Sarah very much admires and appreciates that. Sarah also says Corey is the world's best neighbor, the guy anyone and everyone calls when the fence blows down, the dog runs away, the grass won't grow, they've just had a really bad day and need a beer.
For me, there's nothing better than a great love story, and this one just gets better when Corey decides to ask Sarah for her hand in marriage.
The engagement story this one is going to live long in family legend. It's all told very well with video at CoreyLovesSarah.com. But here's the thumbnail. Ever since old enough to hold the fishing pole, Corey, his brother, and Dad take off to faraway places every year around Memorial Day. Sarah's birthday being the 1st of June, she's thus used to making independent plans for celebrating. For her 30th birthday, Sarah's dad had flown in for a day of high altitude hiking and fantastic views. Afterwards, it was back to Golden with plans for a nice dinner with the housemates. Little did she know, Corey had driven 4 hours to Winnipeg from some remote fishing spot in Alaska. From Winnipeg, he caught a flight to Denver where he teamed up with Seth. Seth had flown in with Melissa from DC. They drove to Golden, parked out of sight, approached the house, hopped the fence, and snuck around the back door. The wait for Sarah to come home was killing us, said Melissa, but most of all it was killing Corey, who was anxiously keeping watch at the front door. Imagine what it was like for Sarah to walk in and see her mother from Alaska, her sisters from Hawaii, Washington State, and DC. Shocking and beyond wonderful. And there was Corey. A grand birthday dinner commenced, then with some of the best beer known to man, Corey gave a toast and proposed to Sarah. Without missing a beat, Seth then stood up and proposed to Melissa.
So there are 1,000 reasons Corey and Sarah are great together. Here are just a few of the ones you wrote us about. Melissa shares this thought: I have never seen Sarah more content, relaxed, and happy as she is with Corey. I think it's the contentment that comes from finding your perfect other half.
From Nancy. Corey and Sarah are both type A personalities. Melissa had mentioned that too. They are smart, techie, bluegrass, beer, and dog-loving people. Corey and Sarah are competitive and work well under pressure. They collaborate well and may have learned they don't always have to be right.
Marty says it is awesome that Corey and Sarah are dedicating their careers to the less fortunate with their work in nonprofits.
And from John, they're both very smart and push each other to excellence. They go great together like Smith & Wesson or Abbott and Costello. Their level of focus is epic. They don't quit, ever.
Clearly, your friends and family adore your great minds and big hearts. With love, they have shared some sage advice for you to consider as you start your lives together. Great love expands who we are. It brings out the best in us and makes us better versions of ourselves. Don't take yourselves too seriously and give your partner room to grow and make mistakes. Let each other be exactly who you are. Continue playing together, laugh, and treat each other with unwavering respect. Marriage is a long and intricate dance you will partner through together. Love your dance. And John's advice again, treat your journey together as an evolving adventure. Enjoy it like a canoe ride down the Yukon River. There will be days of sunshine and warmth that get interrupted by swarms of mosquitoes and an occasional angry bear.
And ticks and rainstorms.
Yeah.
And we do need to acknowledge this glorious place. We had no idea we were coming to so much of an alive and open sky, vistas that you just go, wow, wow, what a place. Well done. Community matters. We're here to enthusiastically celebrate the two of you, but we, your loved ones, family, friends, and community, we have a stake in this marriage too. Your partnership, your work, your choices will continue to touch and affect us also. And finally, last piece of advice, do pay attention and listen deeply to each other as well as to yourself. Really listening is hard work and it doesn't get any easier, but what you will learn about each other and yourselves when you can really listen becomes more and more rewarding as time goes on.
And now, Corey and Sarah, are you ready to get in that canoe?
Do it.
Because in the same way we as a community have pledged our support to you, it is now time for you to declare your love and promises to each other. Probably gonna cry, guys.
I will too.
Corey, do you freely and enthusiastically take Sarah to be your wife and partner, to love fearlessly and fully from this day forward?
Absolutely 100%. Without a doubt, I do.
Corey, please share your vows with your beautiful Sarah.
I'm going to do my best. Sarah, today I choose to build my life with you. From the moment I met you, I knew you were special. It seemed as if I had known you forever, and I've never been so immediately comfortable with another person. Nothing felt forced. Everything seemed right. And it still does. You've always accepted me for who I am and never wanted me to be someone who I'm not. You've seen me at my best as well as at my worst. You have literally been my arms for me when both of mine were broken. Heck, you've even seen me dance and still somehow decided to be here today. As most of you probably know, I can be a little stubborn sometimes. You also kind of sort of hinted a time or two that it took me forever to finally ask you to join me in marriage. However, I like to think of it more as a 5-year opportunity for me to see more and more every day that I absolutely cannot live without you. I cannot imagine my life without you, and I can't wait to live the rest of it with you. As I was sitting down to write my vows, I started to think, what are some promises that I can make that I might actually be able to keep? There's a lot of research about what makes a great relationship, but I tried to think about some of the most basic core principles that I can live by that will help us to live our lives to the fullest. Sarah, I promise to notice and acknowledge the positive things that you do rather than get hung up on the negatives. Not that there are any. I promise to accept that we are different people. We will see the world differently and will believe and desire different things. I know it won't be easy, but I will be open-minded and loving about the way that you see things. I promise to release my end of the rope when we're in a tug of war. I know that there's a cost to winning when it means that you lose. I think you'd agree that this might be the toughest promise for me to keep out of all of them. I promise to keep in mind that your basic intention is to be a loving and decent wife, even if you're not doing so. I will always be a loving husband, even if it may not seem like it. That was an if, not a when, just so everybody is clear. I promise to be there for you when you need me, whenever you need me, wherever you need me. We will persevere when times get tough, and any challenges we might face, we will conquer them together. I love you, Sarah Dion Mapes, now and always. You are my favorite, and you are my home.
Sarah, do you freely and enthusiastically take Corey as your partner, your husband and your partner, to love fully and fearlessly from this day forward?
I do.
Sarah, please share your vows with your handsome Corey.
I've had a lot of time to think about what I would say should I be lucky enough to find myself standing across from you in our wedding day. Lots of time. Maybe a few more years than I really needed. But you have always been worth the wait. I love you. I love that you are a hard worker. You are a protector and a provider and the most resourceful, figure it out, get it done, do it right person I've ever known. I don't even miss having a garage. You never ever settle for what's best and what's right, and it inspires me to expect more of myself. I love your big heart. You are loyal, generous, and compassionate. You dodge traffic to rescue lost dogs. And you run to help when a rattlesnake is hiding in the neighbor's bushes. And you commit hours and days to counsel and comfort a friend or colleague in distress. You are always there when you're needed. I love that you're independent. You feel no need to conform to anyone's expectations other than your own, which are surely higher than anyone else's would be anyway. You are fearless and unique, and you help me be braver than I feel and embrace what makes me special. Most of all, I love that you are my friend, my partner, my ally in conflict, and my cheerleader in adversity. You comfort me, you understand me, and you fill my life with unimaginable joy. I'm honored you've chosen me for this journey. Because I love you, the promises I make to you today are also my privilege to carry out. I promise to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. Our wealth will be measured in years and memories, and I will protect our love fiercely. I promise to give you the benefit of the doubt, to see your true intention, and to not keep score. Because if my winning means that you lose, then I don't want to win. I promise to support your independence and my own, and to make room for our differences and all of your collections. Some of your collections. I promise to fix what I have broken, improve where I fall short, and support both of us in being the best version of ourselves. I cannot promise that our life will be easy, and in fact, I'm sure there will be many moments of sorrow, anger, hardship, swarms of mosquitoes, scary bears, but I promise you that wherever our journey takes us and whatever obstacles we face, you will never have to face them alone. I will always stand alongside you. I love you, Corey, David, and Alfie, now and always. You are my favorites, and you are my home.
Please join Pat. Please join hands.
Perfect.
Look at your hands together. Feel your hands. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future. The hands that will wipe tears from your eyes, times of joy and times of sorrow. And will still reach for you long after time has marked them with age. Rings, please. Corey, please place this ring on Sarah's hand and repeat after me. Sarah, I choose you above all others, and with this ring, I join my life to yours.
Sarah, I choose you above all others, and with this ring, I join my life to yours.
Sarah, please place this ring on Corey's hand and repeat after me. Corey, I choose you above all others, and with this ring, I join my life to yours.
Corey, I choose you above all others. With this ring, I join my life to yours.
Corey and Sarah, it may be Independence Day, but today you have willfully entered into a lifetime of joyful mutual dependence. You've accepted each other with open hearts and open arms. You've made promises to love, honor, and cherish each other through the sunshine and the rain and the occasional angry bear. And you have a whole lot of witnesses that are going to hold you to it. It is our great hope that you will feel as close always as you do this day, and that your love will grow ever stronger as you share your lives as husband and wife. We wish for you good health and happiness in your home, and may it always be a refuge from the storms life can bring. And know we dream for you a life even more wonderful than you could ever imagine. And now to the best part.
By the power vested in us by the state of Colorado, we now pronounce you husband and wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Corey and Sarah Rockefeller.
I don't know you, but I want you all the more for that. And words fall through me and always fool me, and I can't react. And games that never amount to more than they're meant will play themselves out. Take this sinking boat and point it home. We've still got time. Raise your hopeful voice. You have a choice. You make it now. Falling slowly, eyes that know me, and I can't go back. And moves that take me and erase me, and I'm painted black. Well, you have suffered enough and warred with yourself. It's time that